Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining another special edition of the show. You are listening to the Wrestling Fans Podcast, hosted by BangEm South, Jason Fastkade, and the best in the world, Trent Williams. The only guy that I knew at the time that said, yeah, La Luchador is going to beat Mickie James. Duh. Let's just be honest about that. Trent, we got a lot to get to. We got a few additional notes that we have to get to also, man. So are you ready?
I am, but you have to remember what this week is. It's our 1-year anniversary.
It is, my friend. Do you have your paper gift ready?
Sure, I made you a little origami, one of those little origami swan things.
And I got you a picture of Keisha Gray. So this week, yes, it's still leading up to Royal Rumble, but this was a pretty good week, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, we had a bunch of stuff happen on the shows, off the shows. Obviously, everything is leading into WrestleMania, but the hype around the Royal Rumble is starting to heat up as well.
Yeah, I'm really getting excited for this year's Rumble, especially the Rumble match.
Listen, the participants in it so far, I mean, the list is growing by the day, but we've got Brock in it. We've got Goldberg in it, Roman Reigns, Chris Jericho. Oh, my bad. Yeah, Roman's not in it. Seth Rollins. It's difficult for me to run down the list because, spoiler alert, you need to go to my thoughts on prowrestling.blogspot.com. Did I say that right?
Yep.
You need to go to my thoughts on prowrestling.blogspot.com. Trent has an awesome, fantastic, tremendous booking aspect for the Royal Rumble. And dare I say, we know who listens to the show and who probably reads your blog. So I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen at the Royal Rumble with the entrance, with the eliminations, and the Ultimate Winner. So with that said, man, let's get into it. Let's talk about Raw.
All right. So in the opening segment, I really liked it. They tied a lot of the stories together as far as the Roman and Owens feud, as well as the Rumble match, with Braun Strowman coming out there and then Brock Lesnar coming out there and beating the crap out of everybody, and then teasing a Brock and Braun Strowman match. I thought that was really well done the way they opened the show.
Yeah, I have to agree. Having, 6 guys out there, 7. I lost count after a while, but every big name that you had on Raw was there. And let's be honest, man, they were in Little Rock, Arkansas, correct?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, this was not New York City, but I think they delivered a pretty good show. And to start it off with that, with Brock Lesnar just tearing everybody apart, I thought that was really good.
Yeah. Then we have Enzo Amore and Big Cass facing Rusev and Jinder Mahal. And Enzo is finally out of his wheelchair. He went straight from the wheelchair to walking. He didn't even have crutches.
All right, we're diving into the Hulu excuse early, man. I saw no cruiserweights. I saw no Enzo and Cass. What the heck? When was Enzo in a wheelchair? Why was he in a wheelchair?
He's been in the wheelchair for the past maybe 3 weeks. I'm not even sure why he's in. Oh, he's in it because of the beat down. What was that thing called? That little class thing he had to take.
They beat him down that bad that he had to be in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's literally what the phrase means. Once you get beat up by Rusev, you're going to need a wheelchair. So, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. So this was just a basic match, and Big Cass and Enzo won after hitting their finisher on Jinder Mahal, which I kind of like that they have Jinder with Rusev. That way Rusev don't have to take all the pins. They can use Jinder to take the pins for him.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
We then got Arya Daivari. He defeated Lince Dorado. Basic match. Jack Gallagher was on commentary, and that was the best part of the match, actually. He's one of those guys that I could probably listen to all the time talk.
Listen, we're going to get to the 205 Live situation a little bit later, but, yeah, he is my only highlight out of that. Highlight.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Nia Jax. she beat up Sasha Banks before the show while Sasha Banks was being evaluated by the WWE medical staff about her knee. Nia re-injures her knee, so Sasha will be out, I guess, for a while.
Yeah, I like that. I thought it was unique for them to show, obviously, some fake training staff evaluation, but it keeps Sasha on the show, or at least making an appearance without her actually in a match, because they literally only have like 4 girls, maybe 5 girls to actually wrestle a match. So it was unique to keep her on the show that way.
Yeah, and I thought the funniest thing I thought about this is how Nia wears her wrestling gear even before the show, before she's just still in her wrestling gear. Like, she just wears that around all the time.
Listen, we've mentioned this before. That is a big girl. No disrespect to any of the heavyset girls out there, and Trent definitely likes them thick. But, yeah, you never see her in casual clothes ever. So if you run up on Nia Jax, trust me, she's ready to go.
Yeah. Next we had Anderson and Gallows defeating Sheamus and Cesaro by disqualification. We had a Dusty finish, except it was weird because usually the Dusty finish is to fool the baby faces, where the baby faces think they have the titles when they really don't. But this time they did it on the heels, which I thought was kind of odd.
No, I really liked it here, and I made note of the fact that they were in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm not downgrading Arkansas at all, but the Dusty finish, I'm pretty sure he went through those country towns doing that. So I don't know if that was, I don't want to even say that was an homage to him, but a typical finish like that would have been well received, and it's always well received, but sometimes it is overdone. And it was unique, so I thought it added to that match, and we get something further in the storyline. I will say this: Gallows, he impressed me a little bit, man. I know we had given him crap a couple of weeks ago, but the kick to knock Sheamus off the apron, I thought that was pretty cool. And maybe this is just a way to introduce them more, open their skill set up more, and advance the storyline with them. Yeah,
and I find it funny that the Dusty finish was done in this Anderson Gallows match, because you remember about a month back when there was this backstage segment with Bayley and the Golden Truth, where they have a little bear, like a stuffed bear of Dusty Rhodes, and Carl Anderson rips the head off of it, and everybody went crazy, thought that it was disrespecting Dusty.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, so that's just interesting that they done that in this match with Anderson and Gallows in it.
Yeah, listen, that was a lot of research done there, my friend. Yeah, nicely done.
Well, actually, I just thought about that just looking at the thing right now. I hadn't even thought about that before. Did you see the backstage segment with Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns?
Yes, and I definitely wanted to touch on this. I know this is a...
Hated it.
Trent, tell the listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast how you really feel.
Man, it made him look like an idiot and like a spaz or something. I mean, it was just terrible.
Well, here's the thing, man. And we have younger viewers listening to the show, but also adults. Let's be honest, man. Have you seen the rings around this guy's eyes lately?
I ain't paid attention, really.
Okay, well, maybe he dabbles into a little bit of the chalk that LeBron throws up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It is wintertime, and it may have been snowing in Little Rock. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
So
I mean, he might be into the same stuff that keeps Mojo Rawley hyped.
Yeah, or as people say, he may have his demons. That was the one thing that I instantly thought when I saw that segment, because I don't think we've ever seen Sami Zayn act like that before, and I guess they wanted to play it off like he was hyped to almost be a Shield member for the night or try to form some trio, but it came off bad, man. It came off really bad.
We then have Neville attacking Rich Swann before a match with Tony Nese. We get our third New Day Titus O'Neil segment, and just like I predicted last week, he faced Big E.
Yeah, so are they slowly building Big E up and lessening his alliance with Kofi and Xavier? I mean, obviously that's what we said will probably happen. They're not going to disband, but like they'll be his side chicks. Let's be honest about it, man.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with this whole Titus thing, though. That's just weird. I mean, I guess since they just now got out of the tag title picture, they don't want to put them right back in it, so they don't have nothing else for them to really do.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this. Was it funny?
No, not really.
Well, that's the only thing that I could think of. Obviously, they can't have them in matches for a while. I mean, let's be honest. You kind of want to put the attention on other tag teams. But to do something like this, I guess it's your comedy segment for the night, maybe?
Yeah, 'cause we have to have those.
Yeah, we definitely have to have those, man. For a 3-hour show, you got to do something. I didn't know if that was just because they're good friends. Maybe they have good chemistry. I'd hate to say that they're good friends considering they're all black, but I don't know, man. I mean, they seem to get along. That's even worse. But I just that they have to do something with them, and to work over a jobber like Titus, I guess it helps them. Yeah.
We didn't get a really nice video package paying tribute to Superfly Jimmy Snuka, who passed away this week. He was 70-something years old.
Yeah, and they started the show off with a video package of Martin Luther King, too. So as a publicly traded company, they did what they were supposed to do. Do you have any comments on Jimmy Snuka?
Not really. Do you?
Well, let me ask you this. Was Jimmy Snuka before your time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. When I saw Superfly, it was when he went against The Undertaker.
That was past his time too, really, because that wasn't really, the highlight of Jimmy Snuka, I don't think.
Yeah, like I was watching Main Event back in the day when they had Piper's Pit, but I didn't catch the big coconut smash. The only thing I remember about Piper's Pit was when when Shawn Michaels smashed the mirror onto Jannetty. And I think that might have been...
That was Harts job. That wasn't Piper's Pit.
Yeah, that was the Brother Love thing?
No, the Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah, right. So that's just dating, when I was actually watching and what that actual segment was. So, but man, he was supposedly a good performer, and obviously no one will ever forget that jump that he made off the top of the cage.
Right.
Looking back, that cage seems so small, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then he got in trouble with the whole murder, maybe not murder, we don't know thing that he had been about actually pretty recently. Yeah, this is what I've learned from the country that we live in, man. If there's ever a bit of controversy surrounding you, they're going to wait until you're of age to actually throw it down on you. Yeah. And you'll probably succumb to the pressure of it and finally die. So I wasn't shocked when he passed, and when they started that investigation, I was like, okay, well, that's probably how it's going to go out. Yeah, and that last picture they showed with him and Tamina holding hands was pretty touching. Yeah, that did pull at your heart with that one, man. That was definitely sad. All right, then we get a segment with Bayley and Charlotte, and this was not that good at all. Especially the part where Bayley comes out and starts trying to rhyme. It was terrible. Terrible way to build up the women's match that's only 2 weeks away. Listen, we talked about this before, right? Bayley is supposed to be the new age Daniel Bryan. She's probably going through the same saga that he went through and all this other stuff, right? It's not working. And this, I thought Charlotte's portion of the promo was delivered very well. Yeah. But once again, Bayley and her interaction with the crowd and with what she says, it's just not clicking. So if they're telling her what to say word for word, maybe they need new writers. I don't know. But what she said it didn't get the reaction that you wanted, like you said, a couple of weeks away from a big match for her at the Royal Rumble. Right. But did you even like the whole, reading the poems and showing the pictures and stuff? Trent, I liked it. Like I said, I liked the fact that Charlotte was digging at her, because when she did that, she was digging at everyone with the Bayley shirt. Hell, she was digging at everyone with a T-shirt that from WWE Shop or with holding a title belt that they bought from the concession stand outside, right? So she was digging at all of those people that want to see the wrestlers after the show and want to take pictures with them and go to school with the John Cena headband. So I got all that.
that's why when you watch the promo, it's pretty like, to me, it's pretty quiet because people are like, damn, I'm that guy, right? I mean, I'm that girl. So that, I thought that was great. But when Bayley came out, man, it just didn't work. And then I think the last thing that would have helped it was when Charlotte was staggering back, and Bayley, it's not like she had the power of the Undertaker, but she did the taunt that she does, and go ahead and say it if you want to.
The wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
When they just rose, I think it would have helped if they like knocked Charlotte around, or she fell down in between those 4 or 5 things coming up. So when that didn't happen, everything just looked awkward, man. So I was totally against the end of this segment. Yeah.
Then we have Cedric Alexander and who do you face? Cedric Alexander and Brian Kendrick. He defeated Brian Kendrick. Foxy helped Alexander get the win, and then she goes to hug Cedric, and he ducks up under her, and that was it for that segment.
Wait. She was still with him?
Yeah.
So after she tongued down Noam Dar last week, how did she get back in Cedric's good graces?
Well, she didn't really get back in his good graces. He was coming to the ring, and she was following him. He didn't know she was following him at first. Then he looks back and sees her, and he keeps telling her bye and to go back to the back, and she don't listen.
Did she celebrate after his win?
Yeah.
With him?
Yeah. She thought everything was good because she kind of helped him win, and she goes to hug him, and he like ducks up under her arm and leaves the ring.
Okay.
Kind of just leaves her standing there.
I got you. Listen, I said it before. I didn't like this from the very beginning, and I even said that she was gonna go to Noam Dar in the end. So the sooner that they get to that, I think the better. I think it'd be better for Noam Dar too.
Yeah. I guess now, since this is when they show the video, we can talk about Kurt Angle in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Kurt Angle is going into the Hall of Fame. And not necessarily out of nowhere, but, he's going into the Hall of Fame. Your thoughts on Kurt Angle?
I'm pretty happy about him going in. I'm just hoping this might get him at least one more match, if not one more run in the company. Because I would hate for his last run to be a TNA run.
What do you mean by one more run, though?
At least another year or so, on TV and stuff.
Okay. Like, I see what you're saying, and I guess I'm looking at the fact that, and you have to help me out with this, once you go in the Hall of Fame, you're done, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, Sting did his thing before he went in, but once you're in there, you're done. You get your Legends deal. You may become a trainer. But you obviously get your DVD and your week-long episode run on the network, but you're done. So I don't see him coming back. I would definitely love for him to come back. I think when they started the SmackDown Live, man, everyone wanted him back, but
especially with American Alpha.
Yeah. We talked about this. Like, that would have been awesome. I think he's done, though. I think he's done. Yeah.
You think maybe they could do like a thing at least where he does that one Mania match?
And we'll get to our Mania fantasy outcomes later, but soon after he was announced, there was a Twitter feud with him and Lana or him and Rusev. So the only thing I could really see would be it would be similar to when I'm gonna screw up his name, but what was the guy that was a terrorist? Like, he was. Yeah. So when he came out during Mania, I believe it was Mania, and then you heard the racist Hulk Hogan come out and do all the American flag stuff, and then they kind of fought, right?
Right.
That was like a big moment. So I'm thinking, they do the Hall of Fame, line up, everybody's on stage, whatever, and then Rusev comes out and talks trash or whatever, and Kurt Angle comes down and, gets in a couple of ankle locks and the Olympic slam, and then he celebrates in the ring like he should.
Yeah, and of course it's going to be Rusev because he's the guy that gets beat up by all the legends.
Exactly. Nicely done. Dude, that's going to be his, that's going to be his, nickname on the show, all the little nicknames that we have. That's his.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Quick question.
Come up with some kind of play on words, because like Randy Orton used to be the legend killer, but Rusev gets killed by legends.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. I want to get your take on Kurt Angle though, because this is something that I read about his career and how he his drug addiction, his Olympic trials and everything like that. And I'll probably have to pass you the article, but he was such an amazing guy because he won the Olympic medal with a broken neck. So he finally divulged how he...
Not just a broken neck, a broken freaking neck.
Exactly. So he finally divulged how he did it. He knew well in advance that it was broken, but, can you hear the dogs in the background?
Nah.
All right, cool. He finally divulged how it was broken. He knew weeks, maybe months in advance that it was broken, but he definitely had a timeline of when he knew it was broken. So he said they didn't train. They did not train, and like 5 minutes or maybe a time period before the match, he would get shot up with Novocaine. So he wouldn't feel it. He wouldn't feel it at all. And then when and he would win because everybody knew he had a broken neck, but he was trying to win with technique, which was very freaking smart on his part. The thing about it was after the match, he said he would be in excruciating pain. So I'm thinking to myself, and later in life, he had a severe drug addiction to pain pills, and he's popping them like candy. Dude,
that's why he left WWE. That's why they let him go.
Yeah, like this dude is. I don't think it's a good thing for him to be in wrestling, man. I mean,
I think since then he's cleaned up a lot.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like, but just to have that kind of start,
right? Like
you won. He basically built his mystique, his legend, off the fact that he won it being doped up, being drugged up, being not able to feel. And man, when you start a career like that, that's a terrible way to start a career and build it and sustain it like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But as far as like at WWE, Angle was always go, and I think if he would have had I think he's even said that TNA helped with this. If he would have had like a more part-time sort of schedule where he didn't have to go as much, he would have been better off. Like it'd been great if like back when he was in WWE, they still had the part-time deals like Undertaker and Brock get now.
True, I definitely believe that. And I think this sheds light on how much the go schedule wears on your body, that sooner or later a superstar may succumb to going through all these different methods of trying to relieve pain.
Right, and Kurt, he was always one of them where he would overdo it when he didn't even have to. Yeah, man. I was listening to several shows where he was on, doing his promo run basically, where he was taking 47 to 67 Vicodins a day. And I mean, maybe that's over exaggerated, but at a certain point, this guy didn't want to feel anything, man. And to start your career on something, it's just, man, that's mind-boggling how the limelight and just your work rate can be when you're on that much stuff. It's crazy. Oh, yeah. But as far as like a more positive talking about Kurt, the way he picked up the business and how to be a pro wrestler, sports entertainer so quick, I mean, I think that's something to be, really honor and admire and how quick he picked it up.
Oh, yeah, man. He was definitely one of the best when he was in it. He put John Cena on the map, let's be honest. And, I mean, he was a star of SmackDown. It was funny that in the package, they showed his comedic side because Kurt Angle was a badass. Like, Kurt Angle was a badass. Like, no one's ever going to forget the triple threat with him, The Rock and Triple H, right?
Right.
And then matches against Stone Cold, and of course the Shane match. He was
matches against Benoit.
Yeah. Obviously he was in WrestleMania with Brock, obviously. But dude, he was a great for when he was in the WWE. He was one of the top guys. Yeah. Yeah.
And for like a college wrestler to actually, pick that up. Jim Ross said a lot of those college wrestlers can't get in the right mindset because, they're trained to always win. And in WWE, you don't always win. It's more, you have to work with the other person more than, dominate the other person. And a lot of those college wrestlers can't get in that mindset. That's why they never do good in WWE. And Kurt, for him to be able to get in that mindset was pretty good, pretty cool.
Oh, so you're not talking about winning the outcome of the match. You're talking about being in control and dominating the entire time that you're in.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like taking care of the other person and stuff, you know.
Yeah, because in wrestling, you're trying to beat the crap. Yeah, you're definitely trying to win points and everything like that. So he picked it up, but let's be honest, he wasn't in there with Funaki. You know, he wasn't in there with Taka. So he was in there with Stone Cold. He was in there with The Undertaker, the Triple H, and Stephanie. Dang near instantly, man. So
yeah.
He had really good dance partners, if you will.
Yep. All right, and then the main event of Raw was Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, and Braun Strowman defeating Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Sami Zayn. Congratulations to Raw. They finally found somebody else and put him in the main event slot for a night. They didn't depend on just the same four guys. That's a big thumbs up to Raw. Braun looked strong, and then post-match, Kevin Owens powerbombs Reigns through the announce table.
I like the ending, man. I mean, I really thought the start of the show and the end of the show was pretty good. You know, like you didn't even see the traditional ending or the fantasy ending with the Shield somehow reuniting and then power bombing someone through the table. You saw Kevin Owens get the best of Roman Reigns, right?
Yeah.
And drive him through a table. So it was a change of pace. I had no problems with it, man.
Yeah.
And next week we'll get Goldberg, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Raw next week should be a pretty good show as well.
Indeed. And probably on Raw we'll have our annual everybody jumps in the ring and beat the crap out of each other to end the show if the show goes off the air, which they do for every go home for the Royal Rumble.
Well, right, but like I want to say what's the purpose of that, but they always do it. So what I'm thinking is if they do something like that, hopefully it drizzles down to, you know, just maybe Goldberg and Brock being the only ones left, and they face off to end the show, and then security comes in. I don't know, man, but we're gonna get
it for next week, is he?
Oh, that is true. Is he? I don't know. Is he? Well, yeah, that is true. Well, see, that's even better. Why would you do it then?
Yeah.
Like, why? What purpose would you have for having a bunch of people in the ring? I don't know. Maybe Braun Strowman just throws everyone out of the ring, and he's the last one. So because they have to give you some kind of indicator for who has a chance to win this whole thing. But Goldberg will probably end the show, so we will see.
Yeah. So I guess we can go to SmackDown now. SmackDown opens with Shane McMahon coming to the ring, and he announces the Elimination Chamber. And I'm not too fond of them hyping this match before getting the result of Rumble, of the title match at Rumble, or even the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, but the thing about it was they mentioned Elimination Chamber's in like 2 weeks, right? I think AJ commented on the fact that the Elimination Chamber is 2 weeks after the Rumble.
Yeah.
So they don't really have a lot of time to hype it or promote it, but your thoughts on the Elimination Chamber?
It's always a pretty fun match. I'm glad to see it come back. I guess it's a good way. They're going back to the usual. That's what they used to do for the February pay-per-view, so that's pretty good, I guess.
True. Like I would think this Elimination Chamber match doesn't see a title change, but puts us one step closer to a match that we'll probably see at WrestleMania. So whoever wins, let's say AJ Styles wins.
Yeah.
You know, he'll just taunt John Cena or whoever the next guy up is, man, and say you'll never get this title, you'll never be better than me, blah blah blah.
Yeah. We then get a match between AJ Styles and The Miz, which John Cena instigated. He was a little shit stir in the ring there, and this match goes to a no contest when AJ sends The Miz into Cena. Which why couldn't they have done that last week instead of having Corbin lose clean?
Dude, totally agree. And let me ask you this. Why didn't John Cena have his homeboy accent that he used against Baron Corbin when he was in the ring or when he was on commentary?
Yeah.
Did he lose his accent?
It goes on and off.
Yeah.
I'm Cena.
Yeah, I think I'll tell you to say that I was busting out laughing. Oh, my gosh. Listen, I really think that this is a good way to get Miz in the title picture, and I wouldn't be shocked if Miz is your champion by WrestleMania ends. That's all I'm saying.
Funny you say that because that leads into what we'll do later with our WrestleManias, not WrestleMania stuff.
All right.
All right, so next we have Nikki Bella. She calls out Natalya. Natalya's up in the crowd. Natalya goes to the merchandise stand and complaining about not having any merchandise, and Nikki Bella has merchandise, and Cena has merchandise, and everybody else has merchandise. Nikki Bella goes up and follows her into the merchandise stand, and they have a pretty good brawl, I thought.
Yeah, this was a very cool little segment on the show. Trent, when tops and bottoms Nikki Bella was in the ring, did you think it was a guy that was calling her out?
Yeah.
I mean, the smoke and whiskey has definitely, or the cigarettes and whiskey have definitely gotten to Nathaniel Neidhart, the King of Hearts. It's terrible to hear her talk, but yeah, the segment was cool, man. It was a change of pace. It was just something different, man. Outside of getting a wrestling match, they're fighting more. You know, you're seeing different aspects of what the SmackDown Women's Division can deliver. So I didn't have any problem with it.
Yeah, and I want to know how one of those fans in the audience when Nikki Bella was going up there didn't try to cop a feel.
Welcome to the show. Oh, my God. No, dude, like, if you think about it took her a long time to get up those stairs, so you never know what happened, whether security was on standby, whether she was waiting for those cues for the King of Hearts to deliver, because she was saying some lines that were blatant cues. So yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody at least took a photo of Nikki Bella while she was going up the stairs, or like you said, just had a quick tap, quick touch and feel, something.
Yeah, and something I noticed, I think last week Nikki Bella forgot her usual bottoms that she wears, because she was in some different looking bottoms that she never wears. They were like camo looking or something. You
would be the only person that I would know that would know about Nikki Bella's bottoms.
Yeah, I noticed that. Then we get Dean Ambrose. He would defeat Randy Orton, and this would lead to more dissension in the Wyatt family with Harper and Orton fighting. And Bray hit Harper and then had an exchange of words with Orton, and then it was announced we get Orton versus Harper next week.
Yeah, I don't know if this is infighting, if this is brothers fighting. Sooner or later, we're going to get Bray and Randy. Maybe Eric Rowan comes back. I don't know what's going on with this, man, but it's a story, so it keeps unraveling, which is good.
Yeah.
I didn't like the fact that Randy didn't take the punch from Bray, but we'll see. Obviously, people are still chanting for the RKO.
Yeah.
And the sooner we get Randy and Bray, the better, but I still like the trio. I still like the tag team of Randy and Bray.
Yeah, I agree. This week it feels like they forgot about the Miz and Dean Ambrose feud with Renee Young.
Yeah, they kind of put that on the back burner, didn't they?
I wonder if they're just, like, putting it off, or if they're completely doing away with that feud.
I don't know. I mean, they didn't do anything with it. Everybody kind of got their revenge, I guess. Dean is your champion. Maurice slapped Renee back. But I'm pretty sure they could pick this up later. And this will also go along with my spoilers for WrestleMania. So, yeah, we're in there pretty deep right now.
All right. We then get Dolph Ziggler in King's Court. And do we really need Jerry Lawler without a shirt? I mean, he's got quite a gut since the last time he's wrestled, I would say.
Here's the thing, man. Doesn't he usually wear a shirt or a singlet?
Yeah.
Okay, so when they're in the ring, is she making her first appearance on the show?
Yes.
All right. So when they're in the ring, right, when Jerry Lawler and Dolph Ziggler are in the ring, the camera angle is to the side of Jerry Lawler, and he has his cape on, right?
Right.
So I didn't notice it until they had the image right in front of him, and you can see the big hairy belly. So I was just like, why do you not have a shirt on?
Or at least, I mean, he didn't even have one of the straps up or anything.
Nothing, man. I didn't understand it. He's in Memphis, so obviously he can do anything he wants in Memphis. And I guess people want to see more of his belly because he's going to be the announcer or one of the announcers for the Royal Rumble, basically kicking Monroe off the team, which I don't understand.
Yeah, that's I thought we got rid of him on commentary. Now he's back again.
Yeah.
But I guess we can't say too much about Jerry Lawler's belly and everything because he's got a pretty nice-looking girlfriend, wife, fiance that's probably 20 years younger than he is.
Oh, yeah. Or, let's just be honest, man, Trent, you're a fairly young cat. I mean, you're younger than me. I don't know if you'll realize this, but some chicks like older guys.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, and
also he's probably got a nice bank account also.
Very true. Nicely done, my friend. Some chicks are gold diggers. Let's be honest. So, as long as they're being created like that, a guy like Jerry Lawler won't have a problem finding a date.
Yeah. I thought this segment went a little bit too long. And what did you think about them playing on the whole heart attack thing?
I mean, it was good. At the end of the day, they were in Memphis, so to do something with a local legend, national legend, worked. But to go back that far, like I didn't even remember. Dude, I remember the night he had the heart attack. I remember Michael Cole being silent, but I didn't remember that he was in a match that day.
I remember he was in a match, but I couldn't remember who was it against.
I totally didn't. Yeah, that didn't register to me. So to try to make it seem like Dolph Ziggler caused his heart attack, I think that would have been so much stronger for Dolph Ziggler back then with him being a heel than him, trying to, be a bad guy now. So I don't think it did much. The super kick to the heart, that looked pretty cool considering that Dolph never connects to the head or connects at all with Kalisto. So I mean, it was pretty cool. And the way that they ended with Jerry Lawler yelling and then Dolph walking away, that was a pretty nice ending.
Oh, but you can't forget about the part where JBL comes to help Lawler and trips up and busts his butt.
When Otunga called him out on it, that was classic. That was classic.
And then Otunga calls him on it later.
Yeah, it was. No, man, that was awesome. That was awesome. But it made it look real, though, right? Like, it did make it look scripted when he trips up, when he's stumbling into the ring. That was good.
Yeah, but with JBL being the heel announcer, wouldn't he? I mean, why would he really care if he's the heel announcer? Shouldn't he be cheering Ziggler on?
Well, here's the thing, man. These are two things that you got to consider. They're both guys of business, I guess. Maybe they wanted to play it off like they were friends. And when I went and saw the live SmackDown Live and the first ever 205 Live, the reaction that JBL gets was tremendous. So something like that, maybe they were playing on that, and anytime that he can get some more shine would definitely work. And I think it worked right there. Because I don't think Phillips, no one checked on him, and they had already played the heart attack angle out, so I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. And then, in the main event, we have Alexa Bliss defeating Becky Lynch in a steel cage match with the help of La Luchadora, otherwise known as Mickie James. I love this, which, of course, I guess you could, pretty much predict.
All right, well, let's talk about Mickie James obviously being La Luchadora. That was something that you predicted a long time ago. But the appearance of La Luchadora, was that a little bit odd?
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden she was just right on the apron. You don't know if she came out of the audience or crowd or whatever. But and then the fact that, I don't know, the whole thing just seemed a little bit weird. If we weren't trying to predict who it was, if Mickie James didn't debut at TakeOver, I think it would have came off very strong, very strong. I mean, from the first move or like the first kick or punch that she threw, if you remember her stance in NXT, like, you pretty much knew who it was, right? And you were just waiting for them to take the mask off. So I thought it fell a little bit flat only because I'm one of those guys. I'm that guy, right? But it's very good to have her on that show now.
Yes, and I'm just wondering, Is this Mickey Alexa thing going to go like a Mickey and Trish thing?
Like, dude, I really see it going that way because of the fact that what is she, like, going to train Alexa Bliss to be better? I mean, at the end of the day, they kind of have to have some kind of lipstick lesbian thing going on, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing that I could go with. Obviously, they're not going to split up, and they're going to be an item.
Right.
Mickey's probably, I don't want to say she's twice her age. Maybe she's a cougar. I don't know. But,
yeah.
you know.
I guess she's probably about almost close to twice her age, I guess. Mickey's probably close to 40.
Yeah, you could kind of play on that. You definitely will get Mickey at ringside, and you will definitely get a program with the three of them, including Becky Lynch. So we'll see where we go from here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That'll be my highlight every week on SmackDown now.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's getting interesting, man. Once again, there were no Usos, there were no Naomi. I mean, considering the Jimmy Snuka death, I gave them a pass for that. But, yeah, man, this was a very good way to end the show. I thought the cage match was a little bit short, but considering the only reason that they were having the cage match was to illuminate the fact that Mickey was debuting and unmasking, it was a good way to end the show.
Yep. It'd been pretty cool, like, if Mickey would have climbed the cage as well as Luchadora and hit her, like, her little Fez press that she does. I think she did that one time to Victoria off the cage in TNA.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think the match was just pretty quick. I mean, I think they only went up the cage, they had that battle to get out, like, one time, and then that was it. I mean, so it was a pretty quick match. It wasn't anything like Eddie and JBL with Kurt coming in unmasking.
Right.
Yeah, so it was a very quick match.
Yep. So that was all SmackDown. Another really great show. Now, I guess I'll let you rant on 205 Live.
Let me go ahead and round 205 Live, dude, and help me out here. If you think anything I'm saying is inaccurate, or if you just want to share your thoughts, please feel free. I'm not watching 205 Live. I'm not going to watch it. And here's why. Last week, right, obviously I kept Hulu on, and it just went from SmackDown to the next edition of 205 Live. So I think it was the current week. It may have been the week prior. I don't know. The first match was Mustafa Ali versus Brian Kendrick.
That was not this week.
No. This was last week, right? Was that last week?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so, all right, cool. So they ran the shows from Hulu in succession. First SmackDown Live, then 205 Live. And at the very beginning of the match, Brian Kendrick, or Mustafa Ali, is kind of countering Brian, right? And then Brian throws him in the ropes, like with that, get away from me type throw. Powerful enough to where Mustafa Ali tries to do a flip over the ropes or kind of hang the ropes almost, but
yeah,
he botches it, right? And then he almost plays it off like, oh, well, Brian threw me into the ropes that hard that I just landed on my neck or back or whatever, but it was a botch. And it was the very first match. It was within 2 minutes of the first match. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, every time I watch 205 Live or I watch the Cruiserweight, it's a botch fest, man. Every time. The match with T.J. Perkins, Swan, and Brian Kendrick was at the last pay-per-view, I think it was terrible because it was a botch fest. Yeah. I understand that this was promoted as the most high-flying action that you'll ever see, but I'm guessing that the fact that these guys aren't wrestling each other every day or working with each other every day, that they keep botching stuff, man. Every time I watch 205 Live, they botch stuff. They were botching things in the CWC, which, it just goes back to the fact that they don't work together enough. But it gives credibility to, people like Brian Kendrick that stay on the freaking ground.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, I'm not going to watch 205 Live because of the botches, man. I even think Swan and Neville did a botch. It's just every time I watch it, people are botching, and it's not good television if you keep botching moves, man. I was done. And considering this goes on after SmackDown, right?
Right.
Finally get your chance, and you really, to me, you come off as another superstars, another main event. That's what it comes off as. I don't see this I don't see this lasting past the summer. Like, I really don't. It's just
I don't either. I think it could be replaced with the women.
It's just a tiny version of the regular WWE show. I mean, you may mention to the cool things that Gallagher's doing, but everything else is regular WWE booking. You got a romance, you got a feud. It's been a lightning rod for Neville, which I really think is a terrific way to put him on a bigger platform in a sense. But I can't watch botches, man. So I'm not watching 205 Live. I'm just not doing it.
All right. Well, I guess I'll be the designated 205 Live correspondent for the show.
That's fine, man. Like, and definitely tell me about cool things to look out for. Obviously, the Noam Dar love triangle with Alicia Fox and Cedric, I didn't like from the very beginning. I guess we're waiting for Neville to become champion and what the heck Austin Aries does. But other than that, those are the only items, right?
Pretty much. And talking about Jack Gallagher, he's good. But the problem is they put him in a feud with one of the most boring cruiserweights on the entire show.
But doesn't that work, though, since he's good and they're doing interesting things? So you can put him with let's be honest, I don't think he gets the other guy over, let's be honest. But isn't that a good thing to just shine a light on someone who has no melanin in his skin? I mean, you can just look at Gallagher and instantly be attracted to a pale guy like that, and then for him to have just, a charismatic aura around him, it makes for a good show. I mean, it makes for a good segment for the show, right?
Yeah. So I'll go through it real quick. Basically, this week, Cedric comes to the ring. He's going to have a match with Gulak, but Alicia Fox is following him. He tells her to go to the back, and Alicia Fox freaks out. Dark comes out and tries to get Fox to go to the back, but she's still screaming, and she says that Alexander will never find another girl like her, that she's hot chocolate. Dark gets up on the apron to distract Cedric. This allows Gulak to attack him from behind. The two of them double team Cedric. Cedric makes a comeback, and both men try to escape up the ramp, but Cedric dives on them. Cedric gets chop blocked by Gulak and beat up some more. Cedric is selling the leg, and the match still happens even though Cedric's beat up. Basically in the match, Cedric tried the best he could, but the attack on the leg was too much. And no matter what he did, he wouldn't be able to put all his weight on his leg. So Gulak finished him off with a brooding belly-to-back suplex. And then they cut to the back, and Alicia Fox would slap Dar again, and he would smile. Where in the world is this story going? Tony Nese defeats Mustafa Ali, and then Jack Gallagher defeats Daivari in an I forfeit match.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Yeah, we made quick work of 205 Live, but dude, keep me in the loop. Like I said, they've eliminated their segments from Hulu. I don't think it has legs, but we will see.
And like I said, I think it'll be replaced by the women, which I don't even know if that'll be any better because, well, Triple H said that this summer they are going to do that women's tournament. Okay. And I would definitely work with that. I'm interested to see what women we get. Obviously, we need a brawler chick, right? We need a grungy, we got Nikki Cross in Sanity, but we need a chick that's overweight and just grungy. You know what I mean? Something like that. Right. We need some type of high flyer. Yeah. And they got to go get the tired Heidi Lovelace. I think she might be kind of like a brawler, sort of. Okay. Oh, so do you already have the list of chicks that are going to be in this tournament? No, they just hired this girl. Okay. Yeah, man, I mean, something to get 2 or 3 more females over and instantly put them on Raw, instantly put them on SmackDown. I think SmackDown has enough females right now, but, some different chick, man. Some chick that's not, that does not have her chest augmented, some chick that doesn't have blonde hair, and some chick that has a different dialect. Yeah. And do you think if they did a women's show in place of 205 Live, do you think that could work? Listen, we've already said it doesn't matter what show you have. If you present it like the CWC, it works. If you put it in that time slot, it works. That's all you need to do, man. They could have alligators wrestling after NXT
on Wednesday night with Morrow and Daniel Bryan announcing, and it's going to work. That's just it. So if you have something like that, I don't want to see a pink ring and pink ropes and all that other stuff, but if you have something dedicated to the ladies and they're treated like superstars and not sexual objects, I think it could definitely work given that time slot.
Right. And speaking of tournaments, what did you think of the UK tournament?
First of all, how soon does Tyler Bate change his first name to Master? That's all I think.
That's the same thing I kept thinking about when they said his name.
Yeah, let's be honest. That's what's going to happen sooner or later.
If this was the Attitude Era, I could absolutely see that happening.
I think they understood the fact that he was the youngest guy in the tournament. So what a great start for him. What a great start for the tournament. What a great start for whatever future they have lined up for the UK Stars. It was from the highlights, because I did not get to watch the tournament. But you did, man. So what did you think of the tournament?
The first night was all right. It wasn't the best. One thing I found interesting they did that they didn't do in the CWC is they made it like more of a storyline, I felt. Like, where at the end of the first night, they're showing the matches for the second night, and they have all the 8 guys that are left in the tournament. And Pete Dunne goes over and attacks Sam Gradwell, and they show he's supposed to be like the top heel of the whole show now. So I thought that was pretty interesting. The match between Dunne and Bate was really good. I thought it was a pretty good tournament. I didn't like it quite as much as the CWC, but it was still pretty good. And Michael Cole, he actually did a pretty good job on his tournament. We was worried about him, but he held his own. He did pretty good with old Nigel McGuinness.
Okay, all right.
And in a non-tournament match, we also got the debut of Tommy End.
Is he going by Tommy End, or is he going by something else?
Well, in this match, he was going by Tommy End, but I think they're going to change his name to Aleister Black.
Okay.
Sounds like a name out of Harry Potter.
Yeah, no. All right.
So I thought it was a pretty good tournament. I actually wish they would. I like the idea of them doing more tournaments like this on like the weekends. Just a little something to give, during the day or something. Pretty fun to watch. Quick little 2 hours each day.
So, it was actually 2 hours, both shows.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. Matches were pretty quick, or you didn't realize?
They took a decent amount of time. Okay,
so they gave enough time for each. All right, cool, man. Yeah, cool. That was the only thing I was concerned about, whether it would be 3 hours, whether it would drag, whether, I think the finalists had to wrestle twice in one night, right?
They had to wrestle 3 times.
Oh, yeah, 3 times. So, yeah, I didn't know if there would be wear and tear on them, if it would, if a guy made an entrance 3 times in one night, was the crowd still into it and all that other stuff. So I'm glad it turned out well.
That UK crowd really, they something else with their chant.
Oh, whoa, yeah, what were they chanting?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. I can't even remember all the stuff they were chanting. You'd have to go back and watch it. I mean, they were hyped up the entire 2 days.
Gotcha. All right, cool, man. But yeah, where do you see this going, my friend?
I'm not sure. I guess eventually they'll get a show on the network, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Like I said, I think that they need to have maybe a match at Mania on the pre-show or something, just to give these guys an even bigger platform.
You want to see? Wait, what?
A match for the UK title on the Mania pre-show.
Okay. I don't see any. Yeah, I really don't see a problem with that. My thing is they gotta do something with this, man, and something is probably going to get done. And even if we get highlights of the matches over there weekly, like if they don't even have their own show, if they don't even have their own show, if Tyler, aka Master, if he does this thing in different,
like Mark Hunt,
right? If he does this thing in different promotions, if he does this thing in his current promotion, I think they just struck a deal with ICW. So wherever he goes, right? If they can bring those highlights back and just give a quick shout out to him on Raw, a quick shout out on SmackDown, I think that works. And by WrestleMania, hopefully you would hype up somebody else. And since WrestleMania is a universal crowd, maybe you get people from over there, and you probably do. So to have him on the pre-show would probably work.
Yeah, and he will be down in Orlando, him and a couple of other guys from the tournament. The Progress, the company he works with, they're doing a thing down in Orlando on WrestleMania weekend.
Okay. Yeah, man. So, let me refresh myself, man. If I have to run a promotion, can you give me the hometown or, like, the country that they're in? Progress.
Progress is UK.
Evolve.
USA.
You know what part?
No, not really.
Okay. PWG?
USA, that's out in California.
Cali, okay. ICW, that's, like, is that Ireland?
I think so. I know it's UK. I don't know if it's England, Ireland. I don't know what part.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I just need to familiarize myself with all these different promotions. But, hopefully we get to see some highlights of this guy. He's the champion. If he loses the belt, we at least need to know, right?
Right. Well, they do have his picture on the WWE roster page where they have all the champions listed. They have him up there with all the other champions. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's
one thing I want to mention about Mania weekend before I forget. It looks like they have changed the nights between the Takeover and the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame will now be on Friday instead of Saturday.
Yeah, that's what they did last time.
I thought they did Takeover, Hall of Fame, and then WrestleMania. Nah.
The Hall of Fame was Friday night. The Hall of Fame was Friday night because I was playing poker Saturday night, and I missed all of Takeover, I think. And then I watched Takeover on Sunday. Yeah, that's how it went. And then I tuned in for the 15-hour Mania on that Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, when we get to my WrestleMania card, it would be a 15-hour, as many matches I got. Man, I was looking at this roster, looking at all the talent WWE has right now. Their roster is huge.
Dude, that's exactly what I was thinking, right? I'm writing down my bookings, right, and I'm trying to keep it concise, right? Like I'm definitely getting all the matches down, the title matches down, and then I want to keep it concise so it can fit in the 3-hour show. And then I'm thinking, wow, I got Raw and SmackDown to do. That's a lot of people. I don't think it's going to be – I think there's so many matches that it has to go over 3 hours. I don't think it needs to be the 5-hour spectacle, but in the same realm as
considering Wrestle Kingdom just done 5 hours this year, I wouldn't doubt if they didn't try it.
Dude, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. Like, if Wrestle Kingdom can do that, and like you said, that is their WrestleMania, right?
Right.
If they can do that, maybe – us as fans, we as fans, however you say it, need to prepare ourselves for that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
it hurts us as bad as it does the people in attendance.
Say that again?
I don't think it affects us quite as bad as it does the people in attendance that actually have to sit there for the 5 hours. I mean, we can kind of pause it and go back and stuff if we want to.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Think about all the stuff, all the crap that they did last year, like The Rock coming out. You had the Hall of Fame set. Like, you definitely have enough bathroom break pauses. You definitely have enough time to, let's be freaking honest, miss the first half of a match, let's be honest,
right,
and then see the end of it. So, I mean, I'm guessing those chairs get a little uncomfortable at the end, but we will see, man, because you're going to get feedback from WrestleMania on Twitter, on every social media platform imaginable. And if they do this 5 hour, wasn't the thing almost 7 hours with the pre-show?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so, you're going to get some kind of feedback. But at the end of the day, so it's probably a once-in-a-lifetime chance. If you came from the UK to watch it, from Asia to watch it, you love every bit of it. But, man, that's a lot of stuff to watch, man.
Yep. All right, I guess we can get to NXT real quick. In the opening match, Nikki Cross defeated Kennedy Brink, and then Roderick Strong defeated Steve Cutler. It was announced that we would have a fatal four-way for the women's title at TakeOver San Antonio between Asuka, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, and Nikki Cross. We also are getting Roderick Strong against Andrade Almas. Then we get Eric Young. He wants Ty Dillinger to join Sanity. Ty Dillinger refuses and tries to fight Sanity until Damo comes in and officially joins Sanity.
Okay, all right.
TM61 defeated the Revival, but they got beat down after the match. I think they were going to try to do this match at a rematch at TakeOver, but I think one of the TM61 guys got injured, so I guess that match is off.
Yeah, I saw something with him getting escorted back to the back or something. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess the Revival won't be on this TakeOver, which kind of sucks.
Wait. The Revival, yeah, because they can't face TM61. Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
Right. And then, unless they make it a three-way for the tag titles or something.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
And,
I mean, right now you got DIY and the Authors of Pain.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that challenge in itself would be a big Didn't we almost get this for the Dusty Classic?
I think we did, yeah.
Oh, we did get this match, right?
I don't know if we got this match or not.
Well, because I just remember somewhere in the brackets, like DIY got the rematch. Well, not the rematch, but they went up against the Revival. The Revival quit. And somewhere along the line, we should have got Authors of Pain versus DIY or TM61. So did TM61 beat DIY, or did DIY lose to Authors of Pain, and then they got to go up to face TM61?
I do not even remember. I think it was the Authors of Pain against DIY, and the Revival cost DIY.
Okay, all right, got you. So we truly get an even match this time, and the titles are on the line. So.
Yep. And then to finish the show off, we had a contract signing between Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode for their match at TakeOver. This is a pretty good back and forth. They pretty much traded insults with each other. It actually ended without violence. It actually ended civilly. So that's the first in the contract signing. So it was pretty good show.
Okay, you already know my first question. Since I didn't get to watch NXT, what was the language barrier like for Shinsuke if he was trading back taunts and insults?
It wasn't that bad. I can understand it pretty good.
Okay, cool. I'll have to watch that then. I'm a little critical of when he actually has to deliver a promo that's not real short. So, okay, cool, man.
Right.
Yeah, that should definitely work. And it did not end in violence.
No.
Wow. That's pretty cool to see, though, since they all could really end in violence. A table gets broken, people have to be broken up and everything like that. So, all right, cool.
Yep. All right, I guess we'll go to our WrestleManias now. Yeah,
let's get into it. And give the listeners at home, a brief synopsis of what you wanted to happen here, my friend.
All right, so basically we were going to make our own WrestleMania cards for this year. Pretty much the only rule was every title had to be defended in some way, and it could be however many matches we wanted it to be.
Yeah, that's short and simple. And you did your card, you created your card based on the current format, like the current outline, the way things could go, or are you all over the place with just any of the roster? I
went a couple of, out there things. I kind of went, I'll say this. Before I make my roster, before I make my card, talk about my card, everybody should go and check out that mock Royal Rumble match I made over at mythoughtsonprowrestling.blogspot.com.
There you go.
Because a lot of the matches on there, on my card here, reflects from what I did on there.
Okay. All right. Very nice.
So you want to go first?
I could go first. I'm having a little bit of trouble.
Mine's alone.
Oh, really? Okay. Let me ask you this: did you realize you were more Raw heavy when you did your card?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure. All right. So let me give you a brief synopsis of the landscape of the Royal Rumble. I told you this before, and for some reason you don't believe me, but I'm telling you it's going to happen. Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Listen. If you refuse to accept it, that's just what's going to happen. Sorry.
I definitely don't that promo segment they had this past week with him.
Sami Zayn's going to win the Rumble, man. I'm telling you, dude.
Sami Zayn.
Okay. He's from Orlando. Well, not from Orlando, but at the end of the day, I think everyone that worked for TNA and went to NXT is going to have a big night at the Royal Rumble, regardless, and I see Sami Zayn winning it. So Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble. He's on cloud 9, and Roman Reigns is, just pissed because he didn't pick up his win against Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens is still your champ. And that obviously puts us on the same track for the 151st time that El Generico, or Sami Zayn, the underdog from the underground, will fight Owens' fight at WrestleMania. It's what they've always worked for. So with that said, Roman's the guy, right? Roman has to get his one last chance against Sami. So they have a match at Fastlane to determine the number one contender. Basically, Sami puts his headline shot on the line. And, of course, Roman beats his butt. Come on, man. Duh. She's freaking honest about it. Roman is now your number one contender. He will headline against Kevin Owens. All right. So for the WrestleMania card, now we're going to keep it very simple here, very concise. Your tag titles, your Raw tag titles, tag title match will feature Guns and Gallows as your champions. I'm pretty sure they'll win pretty soon. Going up against the New Day, and New Day will start a new reign. Let's be honest. Your tag titles will feature the American Alpha versus the Usos, who are seldom seen, but will definitely have a great showing here. American Alpha does pick up the win, though, which is really good to see. Your Raw women's match will feature Charlotte, Bayley, Nia Jax, and Sasha Banks, but obviously somewhere along the line, Sasha gets injured, and Charlotte picks up the win by beating Bayley with the help of Nia Jax, which will feature in the future set up, the inevitable Nia Jax and Charlotte matchup. But Charlotte does pick up the win, and we'll be all over the place. But for your Raw, no, not for your Raw, but for your SmackDown women's match, we get the ladder match that we've all wanted. We'll see Mickie James, Nikki Bella, tops and bottoms, WWE's version of Harley Quinn, the champ herself, Alexa Bliss, Natalya, with James Ellsworth, and of course, Naomi. In the first ever multi-woman ladder match at WrestleMania, which would see.
I got to say.
Oh, whoa. Sorry. My bad. Take Carmella out of that. Becky Lynch. Yeah, I got Bella down, but Becky Lynch is replacing Carmella. But Alexa Bliss still wins, man. Let's be freaking honest about it. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here's where it gets a little bit dicey here. But since Sami Zayn did not headline WrestleMania, we will see Sami Zayn in his usual role around this time, still in the show, going up against Finn Balor. Okay. So we got Sami versus the Demon King. I think that's his name. Obviously, we get Triple H versus Seth Rollins, with Rollins picking up the win. This is where it gets interesting. John Cena, recognized, will go up against The Undertaker, and The Undertaker finally puts the mystique of John Cena to bed. Rest in peace, John Cena. We get Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar in a match that could be called a rematch, but Braun Strowman interferes in the match, allowing Goldberg to pick up the win for the third straight time against Brock Lesnar. Since Goldberg is leaving anyway, we finally didn't start a feud with Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman.
Okay.
And then we're going to finish off the show with Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the He-Man title on Raw. Roman Reigns beats Kevin Owens. I don't want to see it either, Trent. Let's just be honest. I don't want to see it either. But Roman Reigns is your new He-Man title holder. But the headliner is AJ Styles, the current champ, going up against The Miz with Maurice, with a special referee, Dean Ambrose. Now, let me set this up for you, okay? To my knowledge, Dean Ambrose has never beaten AJ Styles in a title match, correct?
Right.
So The Miz uses that against him, basically, and he gets the number one contendership to face AJ Styles, since he does have WrestleMania experience, and he did win in WrestleMania, let's be honest. It will be AJ Styles versus The Miz with Dean Ambrose as a special referee. Can't say that Dean Ambrose turns on AJ Styles, but all the hatred for AJ Styles finally boils over. AJ and Dean aren't, keeping the superstar referee relationship going, and they have an altercation during the match, which then leads to Dean Ambrose giving dirty deeds to AJ Styles and counting 1, 2, 3 to make The Miz your new WWE heavyweight champ. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
What about your Intercontinental and U.S. titles?
Oh my gosh, I'll let those off. How do I leave those off? Okay,
because I had the Intercontinental champion as referee.
Well, no, I do have that. Here's what I have. I have Rusev as your U.S. champ, and I had that scenario again with Kurt Angle coming down and fighting or whatever. So that's kind of how I had I don't have the titles on the line, because I'm trying to be concise. I'm just trying to be concise. I don't have the titles on the line, but I had the champion on the show. Because that was what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9 matches, almost 10 matches, and then those 2 extra segments. People are going to be there going to sleep. Not going to sleep, but they're going to be there for a while, man. I can't wait to hear your list. And I'm going to count the matches, too. I should have given you a runtime of how long my pay-per-view was, but that's a lot of matches.
Well, mine's going to be longer than yours because I got way more matches.
Oh, man. Look, before you give your rundown, does the run time for the show make sense now?
Yeah.
It's just a lot of freaking matches, man. It's a lot of matches. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the first 4 matches on this is going to be on the pre-show that I know you love. The opening match will be American Alpha. They'll defeat the Usos and Breezango for the SmackDown Tag Title. Then you'll have Pete Dunne defeating Tyler Bate, Wolfgang, Trent Seven, and Jordan Devlin for the UK title. Sheamus and Cesaro will retain against Gallows Anderson, New Day, and Cass and Enzo. And then the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Apollo Crews will win that. Then we'll have a 10-man elimination cruiserweight match where Jack Gallagher will defeat Rich Swann, Neville, Cedric, who is with Emelina, by the way, Tozawa, Drew Gulak, Noam Dar with Alicia Fox, Fred Metalik, Brian Kendrick, and T.J. Perkins. Then we'll have Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin, where Baron Corbin will beat Dean Ambrose. And Baron Corbin has a new valet, which is already everything, Eva Marie. We have Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt, where Bray Wyatt will win. Bayley will defeat Charlotte, Nia, and Sasha for the Raw Women's title. Sami Zayn will defeat Chris Jericho for the U.S. title. In a singles match, Finn Balor will defeat Kevin Owens. In a 6-woman ladder match, Mickie James will defeat Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Naomi, Natalya, and Nikki Bella. I have Dolph Ziggler defeating Kurt Angle. Seth Rollins defeating Triple H. Samoa Joe defeating Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns defending the U.S. title against Goldberg, in which Reigns would win. Shaquille O'Neal would defeat The Big Show. In a Undertaker must retire if he loses, Braun Strowman defeats The Undertaker.
Whoa.
And in the main event, The Miz defeats John Cena and AJ Styles for the WWE Championship.
Okay. So we both have Miz being your champion. That's a lot of matches, man. But I can't knock any of them. I mean, yeah, they make sense. Man,
you might have to have that many matches with the roster.
Yeah.
That's not counting all the people. That's not even counting all the people that I had to put in the Battle Royal.
That's matches with multiple people in them. That's current feuds. That's titles. Man, this could. Here's the thing, man. Everyone was so brand split, like pro-brand split, right? Because it would give the attention to other people, to younger cast, to different superstars, right? But now you have to showcase them at the granddaddy of them all, the biggest spectacle in sports entertainment, which is WrestleMania. But in order to see them, it has to go over 3 hours. Like, I think 4 hours to me would be a nice runtime, considering.
4 hours, some of the matches might have to be cut on time.
You're saying with a 4-hour stipulation, you would have to cut some of the matches?
Yeah, for my card, you would.
No. I wouldn't be shocked if the majority of the matches on your card happened. Like, let's be honest. I mean, if not all of them, at least not even the majority of them. Like, there would probably be that many matches. Like, you incorporated the UK Championship. They're going to do the Andre the Giant thing. They're going to have the cruiserweights on there, right? And that's not even the Raw or SmackDown roster feuds or titles. So you have to have all that stuff on the show. And, man, that's a lot of stuff. And we're not even thinking about Ronda Rousey being there, Conor McGregor being there, The Rock, Donald Trump coming in and saying thank you to all the WWE subscribers. We're not even talking about that. And you didn't even mention the Hall of Fame segment. Like, that's a long show, man.
Yeah.
That is a long show.
I loved it last year's show. It was 12 matches counting the pre-show.
Man, Now last year's show, that did the 12 matches include the Rock segment and the Stone Cold Mick and Shawn segment too?
No, just the matches, not the whole. No, not the actual segment.
Yeah, so that's just a lot of matches. I mean, I'm not against it. I just think you're on sensory overload by like match 10. Like, even before you get to the main event, you're like, man, this is a lot, dude. Last year we were looking at what we thought were the big three, right? We were trying to guess which match went last. You had The Undertaker and Shawn, you had Roman and Triple H, and you had the Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar match, right? So we were trying to figure out, okay, which match headlines the show, and they kind of split them up. Really, and that Dean Ambrose Brock Lesnar match didn't really hold its weight. So maybe you do that again. Maybe some of these matches aren't going to give us what we want, and they highlight the bigger matches down on the card. But good luck, WWE.
Yeah, but yeah, with my card, I want to try to get as many of the people as I could on the card.
Dude, I have no.
Over the years.
I have no disagreements whatsoever with your card, and I think you would be a great booker for the WWE for this year's WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think so too. Hire me, WWE. I know you listen.
We know you listen. Well, let's be honest about that. So let's just go ahead and put this out there.
Hire me, we'll even drop the lawsuit.
Yeah. If their champion at the end of the night for WrestleMania is The Miz, we were on to something, my friend.
Yeah, at least we both agreed on that part, didn't we?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we see that coming, and we see a lot of things coming before they happen. So hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Miz is your new champion on WrestleMania night.
Yeah, and then on your card, you completely forgot to give Big Show his match against Shaq that he's been training for all year. Now he even has abs. Big Show has abs. The weirdest thing.
Wait. Do you have a picture with this dude having abs?
There was a picture on like WWE.com the other day.
Photoshop? Spray tan?
No, I mean he was in the gym and.
That's good, man. That's good. I was texting you the other day about ideas for the show, and I was watching some of old WCW promos, and there was a promo with Sting and the Giant, and I mean he literally looked ripped. I mean, like that's how he used to look, long hair and everything, agile as all get out, and you know he looked.
He even did then.
Huh?
I said he looks smaller now than he did then.
Well, I mean that's the thing. I think he's trimming down, but I mean back then he was jacked.
Yeah.
and he was still. I mean he was ripped, man. He was ripped. So, hey, good luck to Big Show. Obviously, his weight has been an issue, but if he's good enough for this match against Shaq, and he looks awesome in the part, obviously the match isn't going to be a 15-minute match, but something fun and interesting. It'll be a good way to go out, man.
Yep.
Cool. Last thing. All right. Randy Orton. There was some news regarding Randy Orton this week about him being in the gym and a fan asking for a picture an autograph, and him, being in the middle of a routine, basically him being at the gym. Let's be honest. And the fan gets upset and doesn't get his autograph, and then says, well, he gave autographs to other people, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I've gathered all I could gather from reading on the wrestling sites, but what do you think about this, man?
From what I gathered, that he didn't even wait until Orton was done doing what he was doing as far as working out, which is a no-no. You let them finish what they're doing. That's why they say, if you see them in a restaurant and they're eating, don't you bother them while they're eating.
Here in the big city that I live in, we have a football team, we have a basketball team, right?
Right.
Working where I work, you see the basketball players walking around all day long, jogging around all day long. Football players, let's be honest, you see them more at nighttime.
Speaking of football.
Okay, go ahead.
We forgot to mention the big win for Clemson.
Let me just say this. How we weren't supposed to mention Alexa or Paige losing, I didn't want to say it, but we were not going to mention Clemson. Let's be honest about that.
Yeah, new national champions, yeah.
You don't even watch football.
Get away without saying something about that.
You don't even watch football. Wow.
I watched that night. As soon as Raw went off, I turned it over to it.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
That was a very good game, man. That was a very good game.
I got more into it since Dabo's been the coach.
Okay, I got you. I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure the city was on fire. Did you go to the parade, or were you interested in going to the parade?
On TV.
Okay, you watched on TV. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Oh, man. I'm going to have to, oh, gosh. Clemson fans. Wow. Sheesh. Okay, so, yeah, back to the area that we live in now, man. What is an autograph, and why is it important?
I've always wondered the same thing. Like a picture I can understand, but an autograph, what does it matter? It's just a scribble writing. I mean, I've never got to the point of an autograph. I really haven't.
Like, it's weird if it's not memorabilia, I guess. Like for football fans, they at training camp or at a game, you know, you put a jersey on your baby, and you know you make the guy sign the jersey, right? Because only kids and babies are gonna get autographs, and you later sell that on eBay 30 years later when the guy wins the MVP 17 times and whatever.
Yeah.
But like if we saw John Cena downtown, I think the picture would be something, right? Like the picture. So if I'm at a gym, if you're at a gym, if John Cena's, if Randy Orton's there, and for one, if 30 people are around him, surrounding him, I'm not gonna mess with him, right? Like, first of all, I don't really care about the athletes here. When you pass by, I'm like, oh, they're pretty tall. That's the only thing that goes to my head. But would you, like, get on the treadmill behind him and, like, take a selfie? Or, like, what is going on, man? I just don't get the autograph culture anymore, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially weird when, like you said, like if it's a jersey or a ball or something, you can understand. But if it's like just a random piece of paper, that's ridiculous. Which I imagine that's what this guy has, just a random piece of paper.
Yeah, and at the gym? Like, what are you signing, like an old towel? What? Who had paper at the gym? Like, I don't know, man. It was weird.
Like a dog strap or something. I don't know what he be signing.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, if the guy wanted a picture or an autograph, I mean, it said he wanted an autograph. I guess you wait outside like you would wait outside of an arena when they come in or whatever. But man, that whole autograph culture, I think that's just a little played out now, right?
And have respect. I mean, at least let him finish his workout before you bother him.
Yeah, because what do you do after you get the autograph? Like, do you go home? Or, like, do you continue with your workout? Do you go home and, put that in the car and seal? At the end of the day, what the heck were you going to do? Why was this autograph so special at that moment in time when apparently no one else was bothering?
15 minutes,
yeah, nobody else was bothering Randy, man. I don't know.
Yeah, and back to the John Cena thing, the only thing I would do if he was there is I would ask him where Nikki is.
And
then I would get on a treadmill behind her and take a picture.
Welcome to the show. We're now at the end of the show. Oh my, this has been awesome. Trent, you've been hilarious. Okay, guys, ladies, listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, make sure that you hit us up on social media, on all of your internet platforms. You can hit us up on Twitter at the official page for the show, which is
at TWF_podcast.
Ladies, Nikki Bella included, make sure that you slide into Trent's DM. You can tweet Trent at
MTW3589.
As always, you can hit me up at BangEm South, and also make sure that you hit up the show on Facebook. The Facebook page is facebook.com/TWFpodcast, and you can reach us through email. Trent, our email address is
twfpodcast@gmail.com.
And lastly, make sure that you check out our YouTube page, The Wrestling Fans Podcast. That's where all of the videos are for the show. You can listen to those as well as listen to those on Facebook. Make sure that you like, heart, retweet, and subscribe to both the YouTube channel, The Wrestling Fans Podcast, and our Facebook page. There's a lot of good stuff on there. Everything is tweeted out. You can always make sure that you listen to every show on Twitter, Facebook, and the YouTube channel.
And also go visit my blog on mythoughtsonprowrestling.blogspot.com. I'm working on a thing where I'm ranking all the Royal Rumbles and talking about each one. So I'm hoping to get that out before this year's Royal Rumble.
Okay. Sounds good, man. And I will say the Royal Rumble scenario that you put together, Listen, just the first two guys. WWE, we know you listen to the show. At least change the first two guys, man. If it's the first two guys, what kind of house do you want? Like, do you want French or do you want it like made like the Spanish-style homes?
It don't matter to me, just a big one.
Your Royal Rumble synopsis was awesome, man. And how
do you like my two legends that I put in there?
I think you went a little bit too far with the branding, but I was thinking to myself, I'm like, as referees are covering Terry Funk, like he's, the camera's going to be on the ringside action. So as the referees go to comfort Terry Funk, he's over there laughing like, boy, I had a good time. You know what I'm saying? So, like that one was cool. Who was the other legend that you said in there?
Stan Hansen.
Yeah, I kind of glossed over this. I wasn't a big Stan Hansen fan, so I kind of glossed over that one.
Hall of Fame last year, the opponent.
Yeah. We're going to have to start bringing that back, too. But, no, I like the way, like you had Kofi not fall to the floor. I like the way you got Triple H's involvement in there. I like your surprise. It's pretty good, man. Like, it's almost scary good that parts of those, maybe not the entrance or the entrant numbers, are going to happen.
That's the part that I enjoyed, that I liked the most, is the entry where I had each person coming in at felt realistic.
Yeah, that's going to be the scary part. Well, yeah, man, I enjoyed the show. I definitely enjoyed reading your blog today. That was pretty much the highlight of my day. And I will talk to you soon, my friend.